Hello there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures, and today I'm going to be working on the pockets that I've mentioned a couple of times in previous videos. The first one is one by Pam from the Paper Outpost, and I've also got one by Shabbydabbydoodah from Tina to show you as well. And I think these are great pockets for putting in, multiple items, bits of, you can put photos in, you can put all sorts of ephemera. So this is just my just to show you what it ends up like. I've actually printed this one. It's double-sided on 160 GSM cardstock or presentation paper, I suppose it is. I had previously made them in the way that Pam does them with book pages, and then covered them. I mean, she decorates hers in her own way, and they look great. I thought I'd try covering them with some printed paper, just some digital papers. So I made these couple, which are fine, but they're not very. They feel a little bit flimsy. They kind of curl up at the tops, and they feel that you'd have to really. I don't know how well they'd stand up in a journal if you're putting things behind them. So I thought I'd try doing it in a slightly more sturdy paper. This is that bit thicker. So I thought I'd just show you how to make this. It's really, really quick and simple. So I've got some more sort of lacy paper, because this will then go in any journal. You can use this, and I've printed it on both sides. So because the way it's folded, you end up seeing both sides. If you don't print on both sides, you end up with a blank pack, and then you've got to decorate it in some way. So I thought this might be easier. So I think I'm going to I'll just start with it. I'm trying to remember how to. Yeah, I think it goes. No, I want to do it this way, I think. Yeah, trying to remember how to start it. Yeah, start it like this. So you start off with a A4 piece of paper or whatever. I mean, as long as it's a rectangle, it doesn't really matter what the size is. This ends up that bit bigger than the one I did on, as you can see, on book page. So it doesn't really matter how big it is. And I wanted to try it out on this paper just to see how it does come out. And all you want to do is try, when you fold it so that it's sort of straight across here, but you want it to actually have your points at about the same place there. So I would say it's about there, and fold it down. It's what she calls it, quadruple pocket in 3 moves, which I think is pretty accurate, because it's really just a couple of folds and then you're there, and a bit of gluing. So you start off and you've got that shape. It's like a kind of double pyramid, and then you fold it in. I'm sure probably many of you have actually seen Pam doing this. This is in her series of using up book pages, and just fold it in, and you tuck that piece into that piece, and then you flatten it down so that the bottom is level. Okay, and then you just do your folds. Get that nice and sharp, because this is quite thick, so you really want to give it a good crease down. And there we are. We have a multiple pocket, and I really think that looks pretty. I really do. And let's see how wide this one is, because you could just cut it down if it ends up being a bit too big for a journal. This is about 5 inches, 5 inches across, so it should go in the journal fine. When I come to putting it in, if it's too big, I'll make another one. And then you can just, what I've done here, just ink the edges just to define them really, or you can define your edges with lace. So I probably will decorate it a bit further down the line. I just wanted to make it for now, so you can see what I've been talking about. And that's pretty much it. I just want to glue down the final movement, the final thing. So it says 3 moves. We've done 2. We've done 2 folds. And just get me. Yeah, it's coming. Just checking it, and there it was. And then you just put your glue along here, just to hold it all together. So I hope you can see. Just putting my glue just along that bottom edge. There's my little card. There we are. voila, we have a pocket. And that's really pretty. And then I can decorate it up with some ephemera. You know, you can theme it up then to whatever journal you're working in. So either of these two, and they've actually come out slightly different. Look, it's funny how these things, each time you do it, it comes out different. That's come out slightly, it's about the same height, but it's not quite as wide. So either of these would work in my journal. So I've got those now to work with. So that's the first one. Just seal up my glue, which seems to be spilling out the top for some reason. I thought it was only Fabri-Tac that fountained, but apparently this does as well sometimes. Okay, that's that one. And then the other pocket is Tina's pocket from Shabbydabbydoodah, which she did fairly recently. It's a quadruple, I think she calls it quadruple pocket. These are my, I've made several of them in different ways. This is my original prototype where I haven't actually stuck it all down to remind myself on how to make it. It's always handy to have one of those so that you can look back and see what you did or how to do it. And then I made them in, once I'm going that way, so I'm going that way, and they were with single-sided digital papers, and this one was with just a piece of matte paper, so it's double-sided, so therefore I haven't had to cover it, but actually it makes it more flimsy if you don't cover it at all. So I will make one of these, and if you haven't seen Tina do it, then you can see how she did it here. And I did make my own little addition in that I've added a little pocket here, which isn't in hers, but I mean we all do a little something to make things our own. I thought it looked a little bit bare down here, so I've added this little pocket, which you can put a little thumb hole in if you want to. On this one I made it with some acetate and just edged it so that you can see that there is a pocket there. If you can just see, put a little bit of little acetate pocket there. I think that just gives it a little extra something, because you can then put a tag or something in there as well as at the top. So there we are. That's the pocket. So this is the piece of paper I've decided to use. It's just on ordinary copy paper. I'm not using the thicker one for this, because by the time you fold it up it makes it quite sturdy anyway. This is some paper from Artie Maze's Shabby Chic range. I can't remember what she calls it. It's a digital kit. One of the first ones I ever bought, actually. I think it was so pretty. So I'm going to use some of that paper, because I think the paper, it works best if you've got a paper with an all over pattern, rather than something that's perhaps like a collage sheet or something, which got lots of different things on it, because the way when you folded it up, you lose a lot of the pattern. So I actually think it looks a little bit more, looks a little better if you've got a single pattern that just makes it look more unified somehow, rather than lots of different bits all over it. So fold it into 4 like that, so long ways, and then fold it up, and then you have that, and then it's just a case of folding back the corners. So you fold back the first one, and then the second one. Try to do them sort of squarish. And then the third one. And then you can do the fourth one as well if you like. So as you can see on this one, I did fold this one back. So you've got that as a tuck as well as another pocket. And then this one I didn't. I just left it like that. So I actually quite like that. So I might just leave this and then just round this edge. But then you just cover it. So you've got it like that. Then you need to stick them down. So the easiest thing to do is to unravel it. Fold each of the corners back on themselves. It's best to go back on the actual fold line that you made and stick it down. Glue. Of course, by folding these back, and it actually gives each of the pockets that extra bit of strength, because you know you've doubled it over. It makes it a little bit stronger. This one then you fold the other way. Okay, that's that one. You can see that. Whoops, that's folded back. And then this one again folds in. Oops, that way. That's the, okay. Right. So that's folded in. And then just check how it looks. Fold it back and back. So now you've got it. I don't want that. Anyway, so now you've got it all folded in. And the next thing will be just these two blank pieces, what would be to cover them, and in my case to make the extra pocket across here, because I think it just cries out for something down here personally. So I've got one of my digital lacy papers that I made, so I thought that would look quite nice in there. So I'm just going to open it out again. Let's see where it needs to, how far it needs to come down. Here's my pencil. Oh, I have a pencil somewhere. Well, that will do. So I'm just going to mark how far down my paper needs to come to cover that pocket, to cover that space. Down to about there. And then so I'll make it just a little bit bigger and then trim it just to make sure it fits. There's the fold there. Okay, I'll just tear that piece off. Hopefully that'll be big enough. Got a bit of ruffling going on. There we go. Right, so I'm absolutely sure it fits. Get that out of the way. So if we put that there, and so just overlap it, just so I can just make sure it fits and trim it off a bit after. So it goes like that, and like that. Yep, that will work. Oh, get my glue book and glue stick. Okay. Right, so it works quite well with, you know, you need some sort of contrast, I think, on the page, you know, that you're lining with. Let me just, it's a bit difficult to do with from a distance. I think I'll just stick that there like that. Are we in? Yes, we are. So I'll just scissors trim that off. I think the one of the ones I made, the one that I think worked best was the one with the music paper. That was my, I think that's my favourite. This one. I just love the contrast between the flower and the music. I think it works really well. Hopefully this will work as well when it's trimmed up. I think it looks okay. Right, so there's that one. And then just this one, so you need to make sure that fits in there. I want to do it so that the actual lacy bit does show. So something like that. Just tear that down. And tear it across here. I'll trim it all down. It's just trying to get it where I want it, really. So yeah. I think what I might do is actually, now how much of that I need to show? I think I need to show, oops, there goes my glue top, show it to about there. Okay, so I'll glue it. What I need to do is wrap it around. I wonder if it'd be better that way. No, wrap it around just a little bit. Okay. Stop faffing, woman, and just glue it. Hopefully this works, doing it this way round. Okay, I've just got to trim down the bits that I don't need. This is probably not the best way to actually do this, but it will do me. I may have to trim it some more, not sure. As long as that's, there we go, that's in there. And then trim that bit off in there. Okay. I'll trim that piece and that piece. Oh, not quite enough. A little bit more. And then just a little bit more glue to turn over the edge, so it just gives it that little bit extra, oops, a little bit extra strength on the pocket. Oh, and there goes the glue as well as the top. I'll have to go and retrieve that in a moment. Okay. Right, so let's try this. Folding it and folding it, and there we are. We have our lined pocket, and I might just gently, oh gosh, this is leaking again. Leaking all over the place. It's not as if there's much left in there either. I'm just going to just gently ink the edges, just to define them a little, if I can get this pen in the glue top. Ugh, so gluey. Can't see where the hole is. Right, quick, get it in. There we go. Made that look harder than it needed to. Right, little bit of glue. Got glue on the brain. A little bit of ink around each of the pockets, just to define it a little. Although this one I'll have to probably redo because I want to just do a bit of corner rounding as well on that, just on that outer one. And ink this one, and then ink this one as well. Okay, and then what's left to do is to stick it down. There seems to be lots of bits that need to be stuck, so there. I think I need to stick that bit first. And then that bit. Okay, and just in there, you can see what I'm doing, and in there. Right, so there we are. We have a little pocket, and I just need to do my little pocket going across here. Oh, try and put that pin in again. There we go. So what I think I will do, that's handy. I'm going to fold it up to about the height that I think it needs to be. About there. Is that right? Let's try it. Yep. And then by doubling this over, it just gives it a little bit more, I suppose it just makes it a bit more robust as a pocket. Which side do I want? Got that side or that side? Yep, I have that side, I think. I'm just going to glue it together. Oh, pick up the glue off the floor first. Whoop. Okay. Right, it just makes it a little bit stronger. And I was going to put it there, wasn't I? I'm going to do my little thumb hole. And there's my, ooh, there it is. It's about middle. Okay, give it a little ink, a linky dink. Tina did this on one of her mass making series, and I can see how you could do mass making because I just wanted to make one. I ended up making 4. I think it's It's a bit addictive making these little pockets. Well, it's only just wide enough, but that's fine. And as for these, I mean, you can knock 100, you can knock 10 of these up in 10 minutes probably. And I think they're really great. Both of these, I think they're just a bit different. And it's quite nice just to have a selection of pockets that will go into any journal. Not that I make loads of journals, at least not yet. But nevertheless, they're there if I ever did make lots. Okay, there we are. So it's not quite, the width wasn't perfect, but I've just pulled it in just exactly the same amount from either side, so it doesn't matter, it's still a perfectly valid pocket. Just do a little bit of inking along the bottom there. There we are. And the final thing to do is hopefully that glue's now dried, because sometimes if it's not dry it gets a bit caught up. Let's try it in the corner. There we go. Little corner rounder. So there we have it. And I shall probably, when I decide which one I'm going to use in my journal, I'll do a little bit of decorating. I thought rather than doing that right now, I'm going to do the other thing that I've been wanting to do, which was I've done some collaging off camera, because I've already done that all on camera once, and collaging is not that fascinating to watch. I'm sure some people like to watch it, and I quite like watching people collage myself, but you've seen me do it once, and I thought, well, let's just move on and actually make things from it. So here we go. Here's my bit of collage that I've done. It's actually 3 sheets of book page. I haven't backed it because I'm going to be doing pockets as well as tags and things, so I thought I'll probably back it afterwards. So there we are. That's my bit of collaging. I wanted it to be a bit more neutral than the last. The last one I used a lot of the sewing digitals, which was lovely, and I enjoyed decorating them, and thought I was quite pleased with how they turned out. I thought this time I'd go a little bit more neutral, so I've used some more sort of lacy bits, and some of these are the what they're called, the samplers, from a few bits of samplers from Roxy Creations, which are really pretty, and a few doilies. I think they're also her Roxy Creations doilies I've just popped on, just to make it look pretty but not too themey. And there's a few little bits from my sewing, I think it was the sewing pattern thing. There's a few bits in there, here and there, and from the sewing, but not too much. And my thought is the main first thing I want to do is make some corner pockets. Just grab my trimmer. See if I can fit in. I think my my camera was about to turn itself off, because it does that after 30 minutes, so I'm just going to pause and then I'll be right back. Okay, hopefully I've got another 30 minutes to before this cuts out again. Right, so here we go. I'm going to, first of all, I think I want to make my corner pocket. Let me just get my journal and see what size it needs to be. Just a moment. Okay. So if I go in here, say I want a corner pocket here. Where's my ruler? Where's my ruler? I had it just now because I was doing some tearing with it. Here we go. Oops, clonk. Okay, so corner pocket really needs to be, get it the right way round, no more than 5 inches across. So it could go up like that. Actually, I think 4.5 might be better, because you want a bit of room for things to stick out at the sides. I think 4.5 for the short end would be enough. So what I think I might do is, if I do 4.5 across here, and then I can do corner there or something like that. I may end up with a bit of waste, that's the only problem. We'll have a look. Okay, no, it's not going to work. I've got to do it that way around. Try and move everything. Whoop! What happened here? Oh, that's not good, is it? Fell out. There we go. It's back in. Right. Everything's falling over. Okay, going to do 4.5 here. So that'll be, and then it'll go up like that. Well, we'll give that a try. Maybe 4.75, a little bit more. Okay. Alright, so I've got that. Then I'm thinking maybe one across there and one across there. Don't know if that'll work. Let me see. So that's the bottom. So I need to do it that way, don't I? Yeah, that's the bottom. Well, first of all, I need to sort this out because it's a bit raggedy along here. So that's the bottom. That's the side. So it needs to go like that, I guess. It's a bit tall. Is that enough? Trying to get the angle to look about right. Just trying to. Oh well, I'm just going to go for it. It's only paper, right? So that's one pocket, and then the other pocket. Would that go? So what I want is one like that and one like that, don't I? Yeah. So if I do that, that will be, well, that's not going to be quite right, is it? Unless I do it there. Where's the... Sorry about this, I'm just trying to figure out how this should go. Maybe if I pull... Do you know what? I'm just going to level it up because it won't be in the same... It won't be literally opposite each other, and this way I won't lose any of my... So if I do it like that, that gives me a pocket that way, doesn't it? And I've got one that way. There we go. And that way. Yeah, they look alright. Good. So those pockets, let me just see how that might look in the journal. Just to make sure. Okay, so this one would go somewhere like that. Yeah, so if I put some lacy bits and some, you know, make it look pretty, and sew around it, it'll look fine there. And the other one would go somewhere like that, and there. Yep, it's all good. I'm happy with those. Right, so that's what I wanted, and I've also got another idea about using some of the embroidered linens that I bought as pockets. I don't know how well that will work out, so just making sure I've got enough. So I've got those, and then I've still got a piece left. Where is it? I've got this piece left, which would be perfectly fine as a journaling card of some sort. Just need to back that, so I might do that. Now, is this upside down? It's upside down. My next thing is I'm going to need a belly band. So I might do something with that, and again I can just then decorate it up. Because I think what I've got, I think I've probably got something that might work. I can't remember what I've got already, but it doesn't matter. I quite like that with the bit of doily, and yeah, that'd be quite nice as a belly band stroke side tuck. Yep, that can go like that. There we go, there's that. Now I'm going to need some tags. So I'm going to do some wide-ish tags, I think, to start with. Then I might make some smaller ones. I'll do that one. And if it's wide, it needs to be fairly tall. That cuts my butterfly in half, doesn't it? You kind of lose what it is, really. If I do that, or shall I make it even bigger? How tall is this? I made a tag that was about 7. Yeah. One nice big one. You never know when you're going to need a big tag. So I'm going to cut that at 7. Ooh. 7. That just needs a trim at the top. No, I think it's okay. Might need a bit of glue in. Right, so I'm going to make that into one tag, and then this one into a little... actually, maybe I'll make 2 diddy tags out of this. I quite like the little tiddly tags. They're quite cute in little pockets and things. So I might let's just grab this because that's got a raggedy edge. Just tidy that up a bit. And then I might make this tag like that, like that. Alright, not entirely even. That wasn't terribly clever, but never mind. Two little tags, different sizes. It was meant to be down the middle, but oh well, never mind. Okay, so 2 tiddly tags and a big one. What's next? Okay, I really need to trim this bottom edge up because I forgot to trim it, so I'll just do it on here first. I think it's a little bit untidy. Nope, I'll do this side first because that's even more untidy. All the edges are untidy. Okay, got to start on the one edge that's actually straight. Right, tidy that edge up, and then tidy this edge up. And now this one. Right. Excuse me. Right. Okay. I'll make two tags out of that. And they are going to be, how big are these? Nine and a half to make it 4 3/4, 2 small tags. Which way up is that? Oh yeah, that way up. That way up. And I need some more. Make those that one a little bit wider. Just making all different sizes. And do I need more pockets? This is the question. Don't think I do. I think I've got quite a few. I'm just going to keep going on the tags. Maybe I need some journaling cards. Maybe I'll make one. Maybe I'll make this into a journaling card because that's quite yeah, that might be quite nice as a journaling card. That's quite a big one then, and that would go into a belly band. Where's my belly band? No, that's not it. That's not it. It's not long enough. There's my belly band. So if I wanted a big journaling card to go in a belly band, that would work, wouldn't it? Yeah. And then I've got do this into 2 halves. And then I can either make them journaling cards or tags, depending on what I need. So I won't cut the corners on those. Right, so I have a pile. Hopefully I've now got enough ephemera to make a start on filling my journal. Oops, sorry about that. Bit of a clatter. Right, so here we go. This is what I made. Had quite a productive session, really. I mean, I'll possibly do one more video. Oh, sorry, decorating some of these things. I'll do some off camera, some on camera, and then I need to start putting it in my book because time is marching on, and I want to start Christmas. I mean, the next video will definitely be starting Christmas, so I'll probably be swapping between the two. I might have to pause doing some of my sewing journal because once I get the Christmas bug, as I'm sure most of you will be the same, once you start Christmas you don't really want to do anything else. So I will try and fit one more video in at least, working on this journal, at least getting all the ephemera ready to go in it, and then I'll either start decorating it before Christmas at some point, or I'll leave it all and do it all and finish it in January. I don't know how things are going to go. It depends how caught up on in Christmas I get. I have already started doing some Christmas work, so we have got time to do just a couple of bits with this. So I haven't really got anything planned. So maybe I'll just decorate my 2 corner pockets. Got to see there. Don't know where that's come from. All right. So let's have a look at these corner pockets and see what we can do with these. I mean, they're also already a bit lacy, so we probably don't need. They need a bit more interest on them. They're a little bit, particularly this one needs a bit of something on it. It's just ink around the edges, and I will sew around them as well afterwards with my super duper jaggedy sewing. Thank you, Rhonda. Made me feel much better about my jaggedy sewing knowing I've got a name for it and it's just uniquely mine. Okay. Right. Okay, that's the easy bit. Now I've got to think about what I want to put on it. Now I do have a whole box full of sewing. Oh no, that's the wrong way round, isn't it? I was going to do them that way round and that way round. That's it. Okay, let's get my box of bits and pieces. See what I can use. This is all the ephemera that I've cut out of the various kits that I bought. Some of them have already been prepared as pockets or journaling cards, like this one. I think at the bottom, and I have got a few bits and pieces in here. Some of them, that's a few little bits at the bottom here that I can use. Some of these are a bit too big. I only need little bits, don't I? Let's have a look, see what little bits I've got. I've got some bits that I've stamped, and these are quite cute. I think they're little like cotton reel things that have all been decorated. There's a few ads and things that I've taken out of a magazine. I'll be able to do that, sort of put that behind something. There's all the little bits at the bottom here. That's too big. Let's just get everything out, shall we? Have a little look. There's some very cute things in here that I really want to do some things. They're a bit too big. A lot of things are a bit too big, that's the trouble for decorating. I wonder if I can use one of these. I haven't got many of these left now. I know I can print some more, but we don't want to have too many repetitions, do we? So I've got my little dress forms from G. Kerr. I like the blue one, I think. That would look quite nice. Right. That's quite nice, isn't it? And I suppose I could use the other one on the other side. Maybe. That's a possibility. I've got my printed ladies, but they're too big. Not printed, stamped. Stamped ladies. A few more bits from here. Instructions. Okay. Oops. Don't know how this would work. Don't really like the dark at the top. I don't want to cover up too much of this background because I think it's quite pretty. Okay, maybe that would work. Maybe. And this one, what else we got? Lots of these cotton reel things. They all need cutting out still. That little heart's quite cute, isn't it? No, it's not quite the right blue. Well, I'll keep just going through bits and see what I've got. A giant thimble. Bit out of proportion to the rest of the thing. I've got all these cards, and I'm thinking they could be. Some of these buttons could be cut out. So I'll cut that out. That's going to disappear because it's going to be white on very light background. So I need something a bit more colourful. I did have. I don't know how. I thought I had some. Ooh, that's quite nice. Don't need all of that, do I? Let's have a look. Maybe tear that down. That's why it takes me so long to decorate anything. I can never make my mind up what I want. So that's some buttons, but again, once they're cut out, they're actually much too pale, really. I need some colourful buttons. I've got a thing that says buttons with flowers. No, that doesn't go. Does it go in there? Needles. Sewing. No, that's not what I want. They're just cards. Journaling cards. Nothing to do with sewing. New home sewing machine. Got a bit of that. Maybe that would work. Okay. I've got an idea about what I want to do with those. It's not really very easy to find little things that would go. I need a bit of lace, I think, behind there. Or cheesecloth. Right. Whoop. I have some. What's this? That go? That might be. It's a bit of tea-dyed lace. Let's cut around that. Of course, my scissors have now disappeared under the pile of debris. Oh, there they are. Well, maybe that would work. Do I need all of that? Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's give it a go. Let's stick this bit down. Okay, stick that on there. Right. Just a little bit more across the top there. Whoop. Don't know if I need that bit. Let's see. I might just be able to just cut that off. And then there's this piece with a little sewing machine and the dress form. That'll just go there. Yeah, that looks alright. I might just trim this bit of lace. Well, I don't know, I might just stick that down. I quite like it there. Why not? Okay. Stick that down. Give There's a little inky dink. Okay, this will be the only bit I think I'm going to have time to do, because I think my time is going to run out very, very soon. So I'll just try and get this little one finished, and then I'll carry on decorating, I think, off screen. I might just save a couple of bits for the next video, see how I get on. But I think you get what I'm doing, and it does take me quite a while, as you can see, to actually find the right, I'm going to have to use a fabric tape, find the right bits to stick onto my various ephemera. So it's going to probably take me ages to decorate all of these, knowing me. So I think it might be best if I just, you know, maybe just leave a couple of bits for the next video, but decorate everything else in my own time. It takes me 10 minutes to get the glue to come out, doesn't it? Yeah, really there. Hopefully that's enough. Okay. And this one. Oh, I didn't ink it. Doesn't need a lot. Make sure there's no white edges showing. Okay. Look. Right. There we are. That's cute. I like that. Ooh. I'm just wondering whether this sewing that came out of one of the other digitals, I'll just put that across there, I think. I might just do that. Right. The camera did just cut out. I think it didn't give me the full 30 minutes because I'm pretty sure I'm only just about there. Whoops. Right, so hopefully this won't look too odd joined together. Two bits of, like a little third piece of footage. Oops. Right, stick this down. There we are. Okay. So that's my first pocket. I will keep going and show you how I've got on. This is probably, there'll be a bit more of the lace to go on this pocket, and I'll just put a couple of bits on here, and then we'll carry on. So thank you very much for joining me once again. I hope you enjoyed seeing these few bits being made. You can see I completely wrecked my desk now. I'm covered in stuff, so I need to get tidying up and get decorating. So please do join me again for my next video, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now.